John Bender in The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Coming to you from Schooner Estates in Auburn, it is Mark and Sara with Lydia's Lunch Bunch, taking the show on the road to the Lewiston, Auburn Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce Brewing Connections over here at Schooner Estates. And Sara, shout out to John Rice.
He hooked us up today.
Right?
We've got breakfast bars and our own personal coffee mugs and cloth napkins.
Yeah.
Cloth.
And I think that stems from our last visit.
When I had a fit.
When you had a meltdown.
I had a mentee bee.
You did not have your special coffee mug.
John was on vacation.
John was on vacation and he heard about it.
And someone offered to go get the mug for me, and I said no.
Yeah. Because you only need it from John. So we came in this morning, and it was a beautiful setup on our table with these gorgeous coffee mugs that I believe we're going to get to take home.
I guess so.
So you'll be able to use your favorite coffee mug every day.
That is a delightful coffee mug. It's just the perfect size for a big old cup of coffee.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
We are covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
And today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
As we do here at Brewing Connections, we are going to be interviewing the presenters who are presenting their member moments. Each presenter gets a 5-minute spot to talk about their business. So we're going to be talking to them before they present. So it's kind of a warm-up. You know, I think they appreciate that, as do we. But before we do that, what do you say we take a look at some headlines?
I'd love to.
For Thursday, May 14th.
The Sun Journal reports that patients across Central Maine Healthcare say they have struggled to access their medical records and manage refills and appointments since the health system transitioned to a new electronic medical record on May 1st. The new cloud-based platform was implemented after CMH cut 38 positions in information technology.
Lewiston city councilors are considering more staff cuts for the 2027 city budget. Their proposed operations budget is over $58 million, which would mean a 5.8% increase in the property tax rate. Under the city charter, the council must either reduce that percentage to under 3.3% or get at least 5 of the 7 councilors to agree to a budget that increases the tax rate beyond 3.3%.
The Auburn Water District is partnering with HydroCorp, Inc. to install new smart water meters throughout the city. Residents will receive letters explaining the meter replacement process and will need to contact HydroCorp to set up an appointment. To learn more about the project, visit awsd.org/new meter.
And the Lewiston Auburn Rotary Club will hold a shredding fundraiser on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the John F. Murphy Homes parking lot at 800 Center Street in Auburn. All documents will be securely shredded on site. Suggested donation of $10 per box or tote. For more info, visit lewistonauburnrotary.org. Now it's time for the weather.
Oh, the weather. Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love. Cloudy with afternoon showers and evening rain. Today we'll have a high of 57 and a low of 44. Rain continues into Friday and should move out by early afternoon. A high of 56 and a low of 48 with plenty of sunshine. Did you hear me?
I heard you.
Plenty of sunshine throughout the weekend with highs in the mid-70s.
Amazing.
Guess who is handle 40?
I'm going to guess that's going to be you.
It's me. I'm going to do that.
In sports, Sonny Gray gave up 1 run over 6 innings, and Cedar Rafaela hit a pinch hit 2-run homer to give the Red Sox a 3-1 win over the Philadelphia Phillies. They'll play again tonight at 6:45 in Boston.
On our high school scoreboard in baseball, it was Edward Little over Camden Hills, 12-1. Levitt shutting out Winslow, 8-0. Mount Blue crushing Lewiston, 19-0. And Yarmouth, another shutout, 2-0 over Poland.
In softball, EL beat Camden Hills 14-8. Levitt over Winslow 13-3. Lewiston beat Mount Blue 5-1. And Poland trounced Yarmouth 17-3.
And boys lacrosse, it was Edward Little over Lewiston 14-4. Ouch. Levitt beating Northern Maine 13-6, and Maranacook Winthrop crushing Oak Hill 12-3.
And in girls lacrosse, Northern Maine beat Levitt 7-5.
Boys tennis, it was Skowhegan 3-2 over Lewiston.
And in girls tennis, Lewiston beat Skowhegan 4-1. That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment. That is
Swimming!
the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for May the 14th, shall we? Mm-hmm. All right. We're going to start off with Miranda Cosgrove, who is 33 years old today. A lot of people remember her as iCarly. Mm-hmm. And I remember her as Summer Sanders from School of Rock.
That's right.
Yeah. She was great.
She was great.
Kate Blanchett, 57 years old today.
She was in the Lord of the Rings series. She was Galadriel, I believe.
Okay.
And then she was in Ocean's something, 13 maybe.
Oh, okay.
She was amazing in that. And then
Gotcha.
she was also in Thor Ragnarok, but she's been in a lot of amazing movies.
Awesome. Some musical birthdays today. Guitarist Cece DeVille of Poison is 64. Singer Ian Astbury of The Cult. Incredible band, one of my all-time favorites. 64 as well.
Wow.
And David Byrne of the Talking Heads is 74.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you have a
way.
favorite Talking Heads song?
I do. It's Burning Down the House.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Love
that's
Burning Down
a
the House.
banger.
Yeah.
I like Nothing But Flowers.
That is a good one, too. Actor Tim Roth is 65 years old today.
Oh, wow.
He's been in a bunch of Quentin Tarantino movies,
Yeah.
like Reservoir Dogs
He's got
and
an
Pulp Fiction.
angular face, right?
He sure does.
He's cool. I like him.
He was the one talking with Honey Bunny in the diner in Pulp Fiction
Yeah.
when they were talking about how to rob the joint.
Yep.
Yeah. Director Robert Zemeckis is 75 years old today. Directed Forrest Gump and Back to the Future. And rounding out FPBs for May the 14th is director, producer, George Lucas, who not only created the Star Wars franchise, he also kind of ruined it. He is 82 years old today.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the one that went back and added extra scenes to like A
you know
New
what?
Hope.
I don't love any of that except for one scene that was added where, and it's Jabba and Han Solo talking outside of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
And he trips over Jabba's tail, and I just think that is hilariously funny.
Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs.
It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
22 years ago in 2004, Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin had a baby girl. They gave her one of the most classically terrible celebrity baby names of all time. Apple. Her name is
I just
Apple.
recently watched the Seinfeld episode where George is talking to an expectant couple and
Seven?
suggests they name their baby Seven.
Well, speaking of Seinfeld, 28 years ago in 1998, Seinfeld aired its final episode after 9 years on NBC. Most people did not like that final episode.
It wasn't great.
It wasn't great.
worthy of the series. Like, it was 9 years of greatness, and then it just ended with a dud, I thought.
After that, yeah. 30 years ago in 1996, Magic Johnson retired from the Lakers for the third and final time.
Thank goodness.
Oh my gosh.
How many times, Magic?
44 years ago in 1982, The Clash released Combat Rock featuring Should I Stay or Should I Go and Rock the Casbah.
One of the best bands ever.
That's pretty great.
Love The Clash.
53 years ago in 1973, NASA launched Skylab, America's first space station. Although it was considered a huge success at the time, Skylab lost its orbit 6 years later and crashed back to Earth in 1979.
There you go. Those are your FPBs and OTDs for May the 14th.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
We have the pleasure of being joined right now by David Merriam of Evidence of You Photography. How are you, David?
Not too bad. Good morning.
Good morning. David, what can you tell us about Evidence of You photography? Because I know the first time we interviewed you at the studio, you were just kind of getting started.
Yeah.
Your studio wasn't built yet, but now you have made great strides.
I've done a lot of changing. Studio is finally done, and we have more of a focus of what we're trying to do now. We are actually working more with our photo booth, trying to get that up and running for events.
Your photo booth is unique, though.
Yes, it's an open-air concept photo booth. It's not like you're used to going when you go to the mall, where you're cramped into like this little tiny box. We can do anywhere from 6 foot by 6 foot, all the way up to 10 by 20, where we can have multiple backdrops. It's great for weddings because we can actually customize the booth with the backdrops to your colors, all things along those lines. I've done a couple of conventions already, which was really, really popular. We actually did, the more recent one was in February for the Bangor Anime Convention.
Oh, cool.
That one was
that was fun.
That was actually a lot of fun. And the person who was running it wanted us to be with the other ones, but they were under contract with another photographer. So we were kind of like, oh, well, it means we can't come in as being sponsored by you. But they were still like, well, you can come in as a vendor. Things are starting to slow down a little bit because photography isn't really at the top of the list for everybody. So we are trying to get more into the commercial side of things, trying to get more sponsors to help us out with our photo booth. We would like to try to find more businesses that want to get into some of these bigger events, but want to give something to the community that has their logo on it, because we can customize every single photo to where we can actually set it up for that event and then put the business's logo in the corner, or we normally state that no more than 2 businesses on the photo, so we can have multiple sponsors for the booth itself, which is a great way. So instead of just handing somebody your business card and letting it get lost, that photo that's being taken in the photo booth is going to be looked at for years to come, because it's going to end up on the refrigerator, it's going to end up in the office, it's going to end up in the visor of the car, so it's going to be in your face all the time.
Yeah. Tell us about your studio and what you offer in there.
So in the studio itself, we actually do a lot of portraits, family backdrops, and stuff along those lines. It's a great controlled space to where we can actually get some really gorgeous photos. One that comes to mind right off the bat, we did a maternity shoot, and congratulations to that mother. She did just give birth to her healthy baby girl. And in that photo, we were able to do just a complete white backdrop. She was in a red dress.
I'm looking at that. It's gorgeous.
The bump was absolutely showing, and then I ended up putting 2. The bump was the 0, and then 26 was there. And then we also, and this is all in post-production, where we actually put an M and an M on either side of her belly, and it said mom, so it was actually a lot of fun.
That's cute.
So, and then with the studio itself, depending on what you're booking, you get anywhere from 6 digital images all the way up to 30.
And your website is fantastic.
Yeah.
You have a lot of incredible images on there.
Definitely been working a lot more on the website. Pricing has been a little bit of a concern of mine. I've had it set up the way a lot of major studios do, where you charge for your time and then charge for the product. But I've been finding a lot of friction with that. A lot of people, especially in the state of Maine, they feel that if I paid you once, then it should include what I expect to get. So I've had to up my pricing. I've combined everything a little bit, but it might be a little too high for a lot of the clientele that might be wanting my services, so I've got to reevaluate that myself.
Gotcha. You are a member of BNI, Androscoggin County, and I was filling in for Pam at one of the meetings a few weeks ago, and you were passing around metal photographs.
Yes.
Which were incredible.
I absolutely love our metal prints. They're really durable. We can go anywhere from 4x6 metal prints upwards to like, I think it's almost 30 by 40, just massive, massive pieces of art. And the metal itself was an 1/8 of an inch thick aluminum, and it's sublimated, where basically they print on a special piece of paper, and then they sandwich it onto this metal, and they heat it up, and it transfers onto the metal.
Cool.
And it leaves it nice and glossy, gorgeous, easy to maintain. You can take a dry cloth, wipe it down, take all the dust off it. And I believe it's guaranteed from fading and damage for like 75 years.
Wow.
So when I say that we capture moments to last a lifetime, that's exactly what we're trying to do, is give something that lasts a lifetime.
David, where can folks go online to learn more about your business?
You can go to evidenceofyou.com. That's evidenceofyou.com. Or you can check us out on Google just by typing in Evidence of You, and it will even give you our location.
Nice.
Awesome.
Great time to do that, too, because I'm sure people are starting to plan their senior pictures.
Senior photos are definitely what we're trying to get into right now, and family photos. So if you guys know of anybody that's looking for updating family photos, or is like, I really need to get something updated here, send them our way.
Great to see you again.
Good to see you,
Awesome.
David.
Thank you, guys.
Looking for a vehicle but don't love the car shopping experience? At K&R Auto Sales on Center Street in Auburn, Frankie Campbell is known as your friend in the car business. That means no pressure, honest conversations, and helping you find the right vehicle for your budget and your life. Stop by K&R Auto Sales today and see how easy buying a car can feel when you've got a friend on your side.
We are so lucky to be joined this morning by Ray Dumont of the Public Theater here at the Chamber Brewing Connections. Happy to have you here. It's always nice to see you.
This is so fun. I love this.
It is fun. We love it too. So tell us, what's going on at the Public Theater? What's happening over there right now? I've heard lots of chatter about Grandma Gatewood.
Grandma Gatewood has kind of caught on.
Yeah.
Not only did we fill every performance we had scheduled, pretty much, we added a Thursday matinee, and it's sold out. We added a Wednesday matinee, which we've never done. It's sold out yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to take 1 second to give major props to my staff, because when you add a matinee on the middle of a weekday, your regular people who have day jobs aren't there for you because they're busy. So, like, our technical director was selling concessions. My office manager was house manager. I was selling bike raffle tickets.
You guys are wearing
marketing
hats.
director was in the box office. But we did it. And you know
pulled
what?
together.
I stood in the lobby and I was so proud.
I bet.
Yeah,
What a
and-
success. What do you think it is about this particular play?
It's about resilience. It's about finding your own power and finding your identity. I mean, Emma Gatewood, the story of Emma Gatewood is that in 1955, she was 67 years old, and she walked 2,000 miles on the Appalachian Trail. She left home, 11 kids, said, I'm going. And her home life was, without giving too much away, was terribly challenging, incredibly challenging. And there's so much of the flashback element of the show where you see some of that abuse. And she gets to the top of Mount Katahdin and she declares her victory in a beautiful way. I won't give that away, but
it sounds
it's the most beautiful
amazing.
show.
And so many people got to see it.
Yeah, and we're still going this weekend, and we're
incredible.
selling out. And
Yeah.
I know we're selling out because the parking lot is overflowing, and VIP is like, "Why are you parking in our parking
Come
lot?" But
on.
we're trying really hard. We're trying to get it right. We also partnered up with Safe Voices and CCI.
Oh, smart.
So in a kind of soft way, we have them set up in the lobby. I mentioned that they're there at the top of the show during my curtain speech. And people can casually approach if they want more information. And I got to tell you, some really nice conversations have happened.
I'm sure. And
Yeah.
hopefully that has brought some awareness to the issue.
I hope so. I think
Yeah.
that's the part that I'm most excited about. I love theater. I love
Yeah.
entertaining, because God knows I've been doing it long enough. But I think the cool thing is that we're also being a citizen in our community, and we're
Yeah.
taking part.
Yeah.
And these organizations, when I offered up the idea, they jumped at it.
Of course.
And it was such a happy, wonderful conversation. And I'm asking a lot of them. I mean, some of them are coming at night and staffing a table, but they're so willing to do it because they realize the story is going to hit a nerve.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's going to resonate
And
with
people are talking.
I love that. And I'm grateful that you have such an incredible show to share with our community.
It's only the third production of the play
Wow.
in the U.S.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I think people don't realize what a treasure we have in
I'm
the public
proud of
theater.
it.
You should be.
We've spent, Brewing Connections has sort of been a launch point for so many connections that I made in the community since I've been here. I mean, I'm not a shy person, but it's nice to have things to go to that we can do this. And I've met so many people here that have turned into professional colleagues that we've found ways to partner. And it's not just monetary. Sometimes it's overlap of mission. Sometimes it's a way of getting awareness out. And so we've just had great luck, and she is a gem. We're going to do our 36th season next year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When do we find out what you're doing?
We have actually the information is here at Brewing Connections at the front table.
Oh.
I will tell you we're opening with Steel Magnolias.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I know, in October. It's going to run for 3 weeks.
Bring your tissues, Mark.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
So gorgeous.
We're doing a new John Cariani play. We're doing a really fun play called The Fiancé, and it's 3 generations, like a divorced woman, a single daughter, and then the grandmother who's a widow, and the granddaughter and the grandmother decide to try online dating, and the person who comes knocking at the door is the grandmother's date.
Oh my goodness.
And it's just a lighter comedy.
It sounds so cute.
So yeah, we're doing a little of everything.
Yeah, I think that sounds like an incredible season, just like this one has been and will continue to be.
And we are teaming up with Main State Music Theater again.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, in the summer, late summer, we'll be doing $1 Million Quartet.
Yay!
I don't know who knows the show, but it's about a legendary and true night that Elvis Presley, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, and Jerry Lee Lewis were in the same studio.
Incredible.
Yeah, and it's hit after hit after hit after hit.
So exciting.
Yeah.
And you're doing a Beach Boys thing, too.
We are.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's midsummer, so that's like the perfect time.
Yeah, that's Father's Day weekend. We think it's a great kickoff.
Yep.
Beach Boys sort of covers generations. Mm-hmm. Even kids know those songs, probably because they're jingles for toothpaste commercials, but they still know them.
They do know that.
But yeah, so that should be great. And it's the 2 of the guys who did Everly Brothers last summer.
Oh, I loved that.
We did too, and we loved
so
them.
good.
Those 2 guys were the nicest guys. And I said, what else have you got? And
What
they
else?
said, well, there's 5 of us, and we do the Beach Boys. I'm like, sold.
Bring it.
So they're bringing it.
That's fantastic.
And it's going to be nothing but joy.
I'm excited. That's great. Anything else people should know right now about what's going on?
Just keep checking us out.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of exciting things coming down the pike for the theater. The theater is now its own thriving animal, and we're just there to make sure it keeps doing that.
I love it. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can visit thepublictheater.org. Call the box office.
Yeah.
All of it.
Call Ray.
Or call Ray. Just
Call Ray. He'll take your call. Yeah.
I love it.
And thank you for doing this today. This is great.
Thank you for joining us. We're always happy to have you.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston, Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
We are joined by Robin Barabee and Allison Bean of Hampton by Hilton at the Brewing Connections event put on by the LA Metro Chamber here at Schooner Estates. And Allison, I was told you wanted to do most of the talking. Is that a lie?
I will second that. I heard her say it.
We are here and excited to be here to talk about the Hampton.
Awesome. Robin, what is your role with the Hampton?
I'm the director of sales.
And Allison?
I am the general manager.
Great. What can you tell us about the Hampton?
So we opened in 2014. We are a 93-room hotel. We have 3 suites, kings, 2 queen bedrooms. They all come with mini refrigerators, microwaves, smart TVs.
And you are conveniently located.
We are very conveniently located.
Right between the Twin Cities, right?
Yeah.
Within walking distance of a million
I was
things.
just going to say that.
Amazing
We have
restaurants, locally owned.
Yeah, great
Fish
local
boats.
businesses that are right around us. So it's great that we can support them, and in return, they really support us as well. So,
Yeah. Allison, as the GM, your role is just to oversee the whole operation, right? Make sure everything's running smoothly.
Yes, absolutely. I opened the hotel 12 years ago, and I've been in the community over 20 years. So it's been great to have the community support. People think that your parking lot's empty during the day, and I said, well, people are working. So we are a very busy hotel, and that is what's great is we, maximize our opportunity, not just corporate people coming to visit, but also social events on the weekends. We have a small meeting space for up to 45 people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's a great little space that we like to call. So people do a lot of bridal showers, baby showers, corporate trainings. So it's definitely a great little downtown hotel that we are just busy all the time, which is great. Yeah. And we have a great staff.
And as we mentioned, walking distance to all kinds of great restaurants.
Yeah, correct.
Walking
Well,
distance to events.
In the park.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep. So
and
whenever
that's being
there's a big
revitalized.
event, in the back park, it's really convenient for people to whether get a hotel room with us. It's definitely walking distance.
You couldn't get any closer for the Balloon Festival.
Balloon
Or the Brew
Festival
Fest, or
Brew
the Dempsey
Fest.
Challenge.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
are definitely involved in all of those community events.
Yeah, and there's an outdoor gym right behind your building as
Yes,
well, which I think
yes.
is really neat.
And it gets used quite often.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that. I was there for the grand opening, but I
Yeah.
haven't been back since, and I was wondering if people are using that thing.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. We see a lot of like high school kids that will go over as a group, as a team that will go over and use it. It's cool.
Yeah.
I tried it once. It was a little too aggressive for me. I couldn't do it. Yeah.
There's a lot. It's just a lot there. Yeah, I've gone over a couple of times and been like, even I, who am in the gym like 4 or 5 times a week, I was like, what am I supposed
And it's
to?
different. If it's different machinery, so I
Yeah.
didn't quite know how to use it all. So, but
It was also wet.
But
the
I
last
tried
time
it.
I was there, which I was like,
Yeah.
a little slippery.
Yeah. I'll ask the both of you, what is the most rewarding aspect of your work? We'll start with you, Allison.
Well, I've been in this industry a very, very long time throughout New England, but I think it's meeting our guests. Some people they come back and stay with us every week. Some people, they come a couple times a year, especially if you're the Bates parents, you see them as prospective students interviewing, and then all of a sudden their kids are graduating. So it's definitely the guests that is rewarding. Having an amazing team is even a better experience. Every day is a new day. Seeing different people is amazing.
Awesome.
I guess I would say the same. We're fortunate because we do have Allison as our GM. She's very involved, open door policy. But I would say being able to get involved in the community is great. And same thing, we have great guests that come into our hotel that have been coming since we've opened. And then the ones that we're meeting along the way. So
You have so many great Google reviews. I mean, almost all 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I think you guys have done a great job.
Great to have you here. Best
you.
of luck with your presentation.
thank you.
Thank you.
I might have Allison do it instead of me. I don't know.
She
She
did
did really good, right?
Maybe you can do it.
I'll jump in. We are a great team together. I will jump in if she needs me.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you both.
Guys.
Uncle Andy's Digest is turning 30, and you're invited to celebrate with us. Join us Friday, May 22nd from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn Auburn Riverwatch for a night of celebration. For 3 decades, Uncle Andy's Digest has been Central Maine's community-focused monthly advertising publication, connecting local businesses with loyal readers. Enjoy 90s music from Palo Entertainment, hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, and recognition of our longest-running advertisers, and much more. Find all the details in the latest issue of Uncle Andy's and on Facebook. We can't wait to see you there.
We're wrapping up Brewing Connections here this morning with our friends from Androscoggin Bank, Sharon Goes and Adrian Ron.
That's right.
Yeah, and Sharon, your title?
I'm a business banker.
Okay, and Adrian?
Director of Commercial Lending.
Director of Commercial Lending. Fantastic. So, Androscoggin Bank is a cute little bank,
It is.
but you're getting bigger.
We are definitely bringing on some fun partners. I'll let
Yeah.
Adrian talk a little bit more about that fun partner that we're going to be partnering up with.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. So we're about, 155 years old,
Wow.
Androscoggin. So boutique business bank, as I like to call it.
I like that better than cute little because it's less diminishing. I like that.
Boutique business
Boutique
bank.
business
Yes,
bank.
boutique.
Maine's
Nice.
best business bank.
Okay.
At least we're trying to be Maine.
That's our strive, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And the big thing, just like with any business, we just want to have the banker's bank. We're really good at banking. We take local community deposits, recycle them in the community in the form of loans. All the IT, the risk, HR, the finance, that's not as fun as it used to be. It costs a lot more, and it doesn't let us do our mission and stay local, which is, again, let us do what bankers do best, bank in the community.
Yeah.
So that's teaming up with Mascoma on the holding level side, lets us share those services, lets us have a little bit bigger buying power. So now we have a $5 billion buying power versus 2.
Wow.
And it's fun. Like, we don't overlap branch-wise, so you don't see any closures.
Great.
You still see the Sharons of the world still
Yay.
in the community, working out at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes. Mascoma is also a B Corp bank, which we're also
Oh,
a B
you are
Corp
too,
bank,
yeah.
and so we're one of 14 in the country. And so what's nice about this is we're like-minded in many ways, where we're taking care of our communities, we're volunteering, we're making sure we're showing up in a bigger way than just the average banking of handing dollars to an organization. We're making making sure we're part of those events and being, members of the committees, members of their boards and such things like that. And so giving back is a big piece of both of the organizations. That's going to continue in a big way. And so we're really super excited to have somebody that's like-minded coming to the table to say, hey, we want to partner.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've banked with Androscoggin Bank for a couple of years now. I refinanced my mortgage through y'all. And I have to say, it is more of a, I hope this isn't offensive to you, it feels more like a credit union.
We've heard that before.
Yeah.
Take that as a compliment?
Yes, it is intended to be. Yeah, I feel very welcomed. I feel like I'm part of something when I'm there. I feel like when I reach out to the branch, I'm actually connecting with somebody who cares about what I care about and is interested in moving forward in the same way that I am and listening. And I really appreciate that about your bank. And I don't think you get that from those great big bankings.
No,
places,
we don't take offense to that when we hear that. Specifically in our retail space, that's something where we know, like, it's your homey feel, your community bank, which also you can feel in that credit union. You're not hearing, next, can I help you? You're hearing, hey, Sarah, how's your day going? How's your dog doing? And such things like that.
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. Did you have fun going to breakfast at Fran's the other day? So it's stuff where we get to really know you at a different level and want to celebrate the big successes like your son, heading off to Germany. That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, it's full disclosure. Sharon and I know each other outside of this podcast.
I'm glad I do know Sarah.
I'm glad I know Sharon. You guys are great.
But it is something where you do feel a little bit different walking into our branches. Our commercial lending team, we've got a great thing going. Our president and CEO, he's very in the present of what's going on in Lewiston, Auburn, but also in the state of Maine. And so he does a tremendous amount of work of being present. He actually sits in Lewiston most of the time as well, so we can walk down to the hall and knock on his door and talk to him, which working for the big banks, you don't see that where you have that presence. And so he's really aware of what's going on. He's got his ear to the ground, and he takes great care of us. He takes great care of the community, and he's always looking out for us. So we're really thrilled that we get to have him as part of this. And we're going to have another partner at Muskoma, Clay, who is very like-minded as well.
Very similar. So it's nice to see that connection.
Nice. Well, that's your big news. Anything else you want folks to know about Androscoggin Bank before you head off to start your day?
I would say May is right now May for small business. And so one of the things that we're doing is we're doing little pop-up events to do a give back. And so, for instance, in Auburn, we're going to be over at Gipper's on the 22nd. We may have some free dessert items on the table. So if you stop by and want a free dessert, please stop by and say hi to us as well. But we're going to be at different pop-up events, so check out our Facebook page, our social media through LinkedIn, so that you can find out where we're going to be. And if you have a small business and you're thinking about, hey, how do I bank differently? How do I make my dollar stretch a little further and have impact? Definitely reach out to any of us.
Yeah, you guys are great with that.
Thank
really,
you.
really great. Well, thanks so much for talking with us this morning. It was nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
Adrian,
you.
and always a pleasure to see you, Sharon.
See you next week.
Okay. Have a great day.
All right,
You
take care.
too.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption for sponsoring today's episode. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat.
And I will say I have bitten my cat.